Hello ladies and gentlemen, DiMarco here today with a review for you of the Mohu Leaf, which is a digital broadcast antenna that will save you hundreds if not thousands of dollars on your next cable television bill. Huge thank you to the folks over at Mohu for sending this along to review. Essentially what this is this is just the Mohu Leaf. There's the Mohu Leaf and then there's the Mohu Leaf Ultimate, which essentially is just kind of an expanded edition, which we'll talk about a little bit in a little bit. So the Mohu Leaf is a broadcast antenna that will pick up over-the-air signals in your area and then convey them to your television, high definition video, high definition sound, and it's supposed to look great. The model that I have, which is just the Mohu Leaf, has a range of I think 35 miles. The Ultimate extends that range a little bit more, but 35 miles, so around 50-60 kilometers of pure, digital high definition broadcast television. The design of it is it's a paper thin design. It's really thin. I was really impressed with how thin it is. And on the bottom there's a coaxial input that it actually includes a coaxial cable, which is really cool of them to do that. So you screw it at the coaxial into the bottom of it, and then you screw the back of the coaxial into the back of your television. It's ridiculously easy to set up and install. It's just like you place it on your window or you place it on your wall. It has to be in a vertical alignment, so it's just got to be straight for the antenna to be able to pick up the signals, and then that's it. You put it away, you forget about it, you don't even think about it. It comes with a black side and a white side to match different kinds of interior decor, so you don't have to worry about if you've got it's not going to clash with your wallpaper because it's got multi sides for your enjoyment. Now, once set up, the biggest thing I wanted to review about this was, the quality, was the range. Will it pick up television channels? First of all, it's made in the USA, and I didn't know it was going to work in Canada, so I was really happy and pleased to know that, and I'm going to let you know here that it works in Canada, so I'm assuming it'll work all over the world, which is really cool. The first place I tested it was in Toronto at my apartment. Now, where I live in Toronto, it's a U-shaped building like this. I live on the inside of the building right here, which faces like the courtyard and the barbecues and all that stuff, but I live less than a mile from the CN Tower. So there's a 35-mile radius on this antenna. I live less than a mile from the CN Tower. So I set it up, really easy to set up. I went to my Samsung television, I think it's like auto program, and it just automatically populates all the channels. Set it up, I only got 4 television channels, and I live less than a mile away from the CN Tower. Sorry, the channels I got were CBC, Global, City TV, and TVO. So quite honestly, a better selection than my current Rogers cable, which I was paying $50 a month for. But I will say something about the channels. Beautiful, crisp, clear HD, like beautiful. I would have thought that they were coming out of a high definition satellite box, so they looked really good, they sounded really good. But quite honestly, 4 television channels a mile away from the CN Tower, I wanted to see if I could get the full range of them. So I took it over to my buddy's apartment over, who lives a little bit close to the CN Tower and a little bit higher than I do. I think he's on the 45th floor of his building, and he lives something like 400 meters away from the CN Tower, which is the largest broadcast antenna in Canada. I think it does 6 or 7 television signals from the top of there. So ideally, clear shot of the CN Tower, he should have been able to get all of the channels. Went up to his apartment the first time, I guess, and he has a Quatron Sharp TV, too new for coaxial, it's too advanced. So I had to actually lug my television up there, one of my Samsung TVs, and I hooked it up, everything worked really well, 12 television channels, and beautiful high definition too. It wasn't just like staticky crap or the sound was cutting out. This was beautiful high definition. He got 12 television channels, okay, so that's fantastic. And again, that was really easy to set up. Just plug it into the back of the TV and then click auto program, and then they automatically populate on your television. So now that I know that it might be just my building and the shape of it and the fact that I'm on the inside, it's kind of blocking the television broadcast channel. So it worked at my buddy's house, which is 400 meters. It worked at my house, but I didn't get as many channels. I wanted to take it across the province, use it in a completely different zone. I took it all the way to Ottawa, Ontario to test it at my girlfriend's place. I hooked it up to her TV, again, really easy to set up, really easy to travel with as well. Hooked it up to her TV, and she got 12 television channels too. I wasn't expecting to get any where she was, so I was really pleased with the range there. So after using and reviewing this product, I have to admit that I really do like the Mohu Leaf, and I could really see it taking off. I mean, I was paying $50 a month for Rogers cable, September, October, November, December, January, and February before I got my hands on this thing. The Mohu Leaf is only $39. That's a one-time fee. $39 done. It's yours. I would much rather pay $39 in September and then not have wasted all of that money on the Rogers cable, which is $50 a month. Which, quite honestly, the 4 channels I'd rather with the Mohu Leaf than have the crappy selection of Rogers basic cable. If you want anything good with Rogers, it's like $120 plus a month. The one thing that I would have to recommend to anyone buying the Mohu Leaf is to pay the extra money, buy the Ultimate Edition. I think it's only like $20 or $30 extra, but quite honestly, believe me, it'll be worth it. Everything is better with more range. You'll pick up more channels and they'll look nicer on your television. The Leaf Ultimate also has other features that you're going to want to check out as well. I'll throw a full description and a full product link down in the description below. And even after reviewing the standard Mohu Leaf, I'm leaving that one in Ottawa with my girlfriend, and I am buying a Leaf Ultimate because I know it will save me money at my apartment in Toronto. So guys, this has been Luke from DiMarco.com. Let me know down in the comments below how you get your TV. I mean, I too use Netflix. I use, the iPad apps for all the big major television networks. But how do you watch TV? Do you pay for cable, or do you just watch it all online? I mean, like I said before, I use Netflix, but this weekend I was watching the Masters with the Leaf at my girlfriend's apartment in Ottawa. Thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.